Alright guys, this might be the nicest Dodge truck we have ever had come into the yard and was sold for scrap. If you are a Dodge fan, this might make you a little upset. This is a 79 two-wheel drive short bed custom 150. Now I'm a Dodge nut. So this truck here is just phenomenal condition. It's a cool, it's not like a copper color, it's kind of like a burnt orange color. And I think it should be a factory color. Has the original 79 plate on the front. The front bumper has got a little bend right there, but you can get a new bumper and put on it. The grill is just about perfect. There's two little spots that I've noticed. And it's this little bar right there, but you can straighten that, and a little ding right there. But you can push some of that out. You won't get it all out, but you can get most of it to where it won't be too noticeable. The hood is perfect on that truck. This fender, you could fix it. I would probably just find one to replace it. It's got the original steel wheels with the hubcaps, or dog dishes is what people call them. The bed side is just, amazing. No rust. It does have some dents and dings. You can fix those pretty easy. The headboard has got a kink. You can fix that. The floor has got surface rust, but no actual holes in the floor. You can fix it pretty easy. This tailgate is straight. Very workable, but I actually have one that is in a lot better shape than that one, so I probably would not use this one. And it looks like someone has replaced it before, so I don't think that one's original to this truck. And of course it is missing a rear bumper, which won't be hard to find. Bumpers are easy. The tail lights have got sun cracks in them, but you can get these aftermarket, and these are actually factory. They have the Chrysler emblem in them, so these are factory taillights, which for being factory, they look pretty good, but they do have some cracks in them. This one here has been cracked, and someone put clear silicone in it, so that one's junk, no good. This bedside over here, again, really nice. It's actually less damaged than the other side, no rust. Doors look really good. Unfortunately, someone couldn't decide on which mirrors they liked. Looks like it had the tri-mount mirrors at first. They took them off, and then they went ahead and put these little itty-bitty mirrors on them, and then I guess they didn't like that either, and they put screws back in the holes. So, you can weld them back up, but it's just aggravating. More work than necessary. This fender here is good. It's got a dent there at the bottom, right there. These are nice little stickers. I don't think they were factory, but I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. They probably did come from the factory like that. These are factory, custom 150. I actually got a few of those. And for some odd reason, I don't know why someone cut a hole next to the radio antenna, but they did. That sucks. I can fix it, but it sucks. I don't like it when people start hacking stuff like that. This vehicle has a slant 6. Yeah, see, they did the same thing over here. So I had the triple mount mirror, and then they stuck a small little 4-mount mirror on there. Then I guess I figured they didn't need any mirrors at all. Door panel is missing, but that's fine. I have some other door panels at the house. That one over there is still there, and it looks like there's a horseshoe hanging on the vent mirror, or vent glass. This is showing 87,146 miles. That is most likely legit miles. I don't think it rolled over. And the reason I say that is, I don't know if you guys caught it when I opened the door, but this was a state truck. This was a Mecklenburg County landfill truck. So this was probably bought from Dodge and issued to the Mecklenburg County as a service vehicle, and they used it for a little bit and then they sold it to the public at an auction. The bottom of the doors have got a little bit of surface rust, but nothing a wire wheel can't take care of. So this vehicle's in great shape. The cab corners are good, floors are good, the rockers are good. Still has the original seat, and it's cracked up. The dash has been sun-baked, which really sucks, because I had a mint condition perfect dash. It was black in color, and I freaking sold it because I did not expect to get one of these trucks in to restore. But now that I have one, of course that's the way it would go. It does have the key. There's your heater controls, your radio, which is a Ford radio. Look at that. So they put a Ford radio, so they probably hacked the wiring up, which is fine. I do have a harness for one of these trucks, so I can just swap the harness back out. This vehicle was last on the road in 2005, so it was sitting under a shed for quite a while. And the other amazing thing is these roofs will rust in this water tray here, and underneath the windshield seal right here, it'll rust and it'll just start leaking water into the cab. I've actually sold some roof panels to some people who were restoring these trucks because their roof was completely rusted out. See if I can do this with one hand. All right, so this has the slant 6, and honestly, this motor will probably run. If I had to guess, the transmission's probably bad. These motors, you can't kill them. I mean, I've heard horror stories of people running these things with no oil, no water, and they just keep on running. So I doubt the motor is hurt. It'd probably be fine. Transmission's probably bad. Still looks like everything is here, which is really good. This is not sun-baked or cracked, which is really nice. A lot of the times the heat will just disintegrate these coolant recovery bottles and these washer bottles, which they look all good. Still has the factory air covers that would keep the air going through the radiator instead of escaping into the engine compartment. And the radiator even looks really nice. It doesn't look like nothing's been hitting it or beating it to death. Doesn't look like it's been leaking at all. This truck is extremely solid. It's definitely worth saving. So that is what we're going to try and do. Unfortunately, there was no title that came with this truck. So now I'm going to have a battle with North Carolina to try and get a title for this truck. It's like one of those situations, you just kind of have to choose your battles, you know. A lot of these vehicles in here don't come with titles, but if I'm going to fight to get one, this is definitely one I'm going to fight to try and get. So there you guys have it. I've been waiting to do a video on this one for a couple days. It's just been hard to have a nice day to do a video on this truck, and I finally got a nice day, so I figured I'd knock this one out. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.